Welcome, students and staff, to the NECC season update for fall 2023. We've got some new and interesting information. We're pretty excited to share. The competition committee was hard at work this summer, looking at a few different things, a lot of feedback, and the stuff we're going to talk about. We're pretty excited about. So, Mitch, I will hand it over to you.
Yeah. We're going to be enhancing the competitiveness to amplify the importance of each match in the NECC, and this will be a fairly significant change to our postseason playoff structure. Instead of the top 8 teams in every single conference making it, it will only be the top 4 teams from each group in a conference that will make it to the postseason playoffs. This is a strategic shift, so that way we can ensure each game matters, which will drive more teams to play better throughout the season. I think one of the best things about this is having every match matter more than they ever have before. Forfeits have kind of been a thing that teams can do and still get away with making playoffs, but now you have to make sure that each match matters.
Yeah, you hit it kind of the nail right on the head that one of the big things we got in feedback throughout the summer and that post season survey, which shout out to everybody that filled it out, that helps a ton, was that sometimes there would be teams that would forfeit 3 of their games during the season and then still make playoffs as an 8 seed, and then all of a sudden this 8 seed is a good team, but they were rewarded for forfeiting and they were all of a sudden making a run into the championship match. And it really doesn't reward the teams that showed up every single week and fought through the season to earn their spots.
Definitely help makes it more consistent across the board. The matches are going to be so much more important, and going into playoffs, I want that to mean something. Like you actually had a legitimate season, going like 4-2 or something like that, being the bottom seed there, in being 4-2 in a season and still being able to make playoffs feels so much better than having somebody that like forfeits 2 matches somewhere in there, or forfeits 3 matches and still is able to slip in at the very bottom. Now it has to be competitive. Maybe their map differential was even higher than before, and they're able to actually consistently hit those key match moments where you're going to be making it, and it feels a lot better when you clinch playoffs in the end. Even though you're an 8 seed, you might be the 4th seed in your division or even the 3rd seed or something like that, and still able to make it feels much better.
Yeah, one big thing. So we were quick to say that we wanted to make playoffs, the top 4 teams on the competition committee, but we didn't want to just turn playoffs into a semifinals and a finals. So the mixture of 2 conferences that are similar in skill is a really new added element to college esports, where you will be going in with the 4 seeds from your conference and teams that you likely have played, or at least you've seen a couple of them. And now you'll be playing 4 teams that you have not seen unless maybe you saw them during activation, which really adds to the elements for the teams to scout their opponents, do their research and prepare and really earn that playoff championship spot.
It's going to feel a lot better. It is still that single elimination format going through it, but we have changed this in one regard, and I'll kind of let you, Kevin, take it from here, but that is in our Legends division.
Yeah, so the format of Legends is going to be a little bit more thrilling and impactful. As Legends has the top teams in each game title, Legends will actually be embracing a double elimination format. And this format demands that teams in the Legends division bring their A game to the forefront. They'll, during playoffs, have to possibly play on 2 nights in a week, or sometimes even 2 matches in one night, just to make sure they can secure their spot in the playoffs or in the championship round. So this change is all about fostering resilience and really making those top teams push through that glass ceiling, where sometimes we've seen it even in the top teams, there's still kind of that gap. And this adds, some stamina. Can you play 2 matches in one night and push yourself through and push your teams through, your teammates through, and hit, break through that glass ceiling and make it onto the championship round?
Yeah, I think that's going to be so much more important. Going back to the feedback forms that everybody filled out, one of the things was that top level of competition wanted to make it feel better, and single elimination at that high level, I mean, it could go either way, especially like a Rocket League game. It is a best of 5 or even a best of 7 at sometimes, but like those matches are tooth and nail fought and could easily sway. So having a double elimination format we thought was just going to be critical going into this season.
Yeah, and we got a lot of feedback from those higher end teams that were looking for a something like a twist that can make competition feel a little bit more unique to the NECC. And again, those feedback surveys helped a lot in this decision making process. So we're really excited to implement it. And you know, the NECC's fall 2023 postseason promises a lot of changes, and we're excited to see those things. With only 4 teams in regular divisions making it to the playoffs, it's going to make for a thrilling chase and really make the teams that are fighting for a national spot have to grind and push themselves through.
Yeah, lots of heart pounding matches and electrifying moments to be had in this fall semester. It's definitely going to be a season to remember. Thanks for joining us here today, and we will see you guys online.